Hey there. Success in your business isn't about having tons of time. It's about what you do with the time that you have. Now, isn't that good news? When we first got started in network marketing, we were told anyone could be successful if they could dedicate 10 hours of focused out every week. Okay, 10 hours of focused time every week to their business. Well, guess what? That's what we did. We're like, 10 hours? We can do that. So, in this week's episode, we are going to share the 10-hour work week schedule that has helped us to create a six-figure business. And we're going to show you how you can create your own. Okay, so let's get started. Hey there, I'm Kathy Schneider, and I am here alone today. Jordan's not here. We are normally here together, but we are here today. I am here today representing the two of us because we are a mother-daughter team who help driven network marketers like you grow your business online without confusion and overwhelm. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing with you some information that I know you're going to find very valuable, and I'm really excited to get started. I don't normally do the screens and everything, so have to be a little patient with me because I am doing the best I can. Okay, all right. So first of all, I want you to be sure if you're on our YouTube channel, I want you to become a subscriber. Okay, so you'll be the first to know about new episodes that are coming out. So be sure and subscribe if you're tuning in from YouTube. Okay, and I'm trying to check the comments. Let me see. Let me get over here. Hey there, Isabel. Great to see you on. Hello, hello. And then others, as you're joining on, let me know you're here. Drop your name in the comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from as we go. And I hope that you can hear me okay. You can see me okay. You can see my screen. If you have any trouble, please let me know because I don't run all of this information. A lot of times there's two of us running everything, and that definitely makes it a little easier. But Jordan's out of town this week, which is awesome. It is her birthday week. Hey there, Norma. And she is off in Colorado with her husband, Chris, and they are hiking, trying to do all of the social distancing, and they are out hiking and having a great time. And so I am here representing the two of us today. All right. So, every week also, we like to provide you with a free resource. Okay. We provide free recaps, downloadable resources in every single episode, so that you've got more or less like a workbook, maybe a worksheet, maybe a cheat sheet, all kinds of things. Hello, Angel from Maine, Cameron. Hello, Norma, Isabel. Great to have you guys on. And as you're jumping on, again, like I say, let me know you're here so I can say hello. I want to welcome you, okay? Yeah, happy birthday to Jordan, absolutely. And so anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. So be sure and subscribe, like I say, whether you're on our Facebook page, maybe you're in our Facebook group, maybe you're on YouTube, wherever you are seeing this, we want you to be sure and set those reminders so that you don't ever miss it when we go live, or maybe you can jump back in and catch the recording. So let's go ahead and jump in. Also, another thing I want to say is the download that we're providing with you today is actually, we are going to give you an ideal week workbook. Okay, this is something that you can actually use to create your week. Okay, so we want you to be sure and grab that at globalfreedomcommunity.com/54. All right, we always like to include a quote, and I love this one. We use a planner that we absolutely love that's called the Full Focus Planner by Michael Hyatt. And I'll put this up like here just so you guys can see mine. One thing that I would recommend you look into if you're looking for a good planner. But Michael Hyatt emphasizes and teaches us, has taught us, what gets scheduled gets done. Okay, so if you've only got 10 hours a week to work your business, let's say that we're saying we're going to only give our business 10 hours a week. Maybe we've got more time, but we want to use that time with our family. We want to use that time, for working out. We want to use that time to do some fun stuff, and we got other things going on. Or maybe you work a full-time job. Maybe you've got little kids at home. I mean, who knows what it is you've got all going on. We've all got different things, right? But you're busy. Regardless, you're busy. Or if you're not real busy, you've got other things you want to do. You don't want to be working all the darn time, right? So what gets scheduled gets done. You want to schedule your 10 hours, and you want to get your stuff done so that you can continue on doing the things that you love doing with the people that you love doing it with, right? So I love this quote. Anyway, we today are going to be, like I mentioned before, taking a sneak peek inside our 10-hour work week schedule. If that sounds exciting to you, if you want to know exactly what to be doing 10 hours a week so that you can get your work done and get on to the more fun stuff in life, I want you to drop that in the comments, okay? I want you to drop that in the comments. So drop it in the comments. I want you to drop in the comments if you would like to be able to get all your work done in 10 hours a week and actually build a very successful network marketing business. Norma, I see your comment there that your grandparents are in heaven now, but that they were in Fort Worth. You know, that name does not sound familiar, but I'm going to message you later and we'll talk more about that, okay? Because that's really interesting. I like to know where they lived and we can talk about that. But I'm trying to think. I don't recognize that name, but who knows? So we'll catch up on that later. So anyway, yeah, drop in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to get your work done in 10 hours a week. And this is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you today, how you can do that. So grab the free download. We provide this with you every single week. It's called your Ideal Week Workbook. This is what we're giving you this week. And that is globalfreedomcommunity.com/54. Okay. All right. So businesses are built in seasons. This is kind of a, I don't know, I guess you could say before we get started, I kind of just want to throw this out there and make it a disclaimer, okay? There have been seasons. No, there haven't just been seasons. There have been many seasons in our network marketing career over the past, we'll say 20 years, 15, 20 years. I've been in the industry for 20 years now, where I worked more than 10 hours a week. Now, I'll have to admit, and this is kind of a confession, some of that time, it was because I didn't know that I needed to focus. And really, I thought if I worked more hours, I'd make more money. I would, be doing more stuff. And what it was is I really wasn't focused on doing the things I needed to be doing, okay? So, but there are seasons, maybe you're working on a launch, maybe you're going on a 30-day blitz, maybe it's, a 5-week challenge that you're running with your team. I mean, there are times that, yes, seasons that you may need to work more than just the minimum 10 hours, okay? But here's the great news. Guess what? Now, even though Jordan and I occasionally work more, most weeks we work our business 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. So not 10 hours a week. We work our business about 5 hours a week. That's to build our network marketing business, okay? So not talking about Global Freedom Community, but the business that we're currently with, the network marketing company that we're currently with, we've created a very successful business there, and we work at about an hour a day, 5 days a week, okay? Yes, there are times we have to do more, but it's not all the time. Maybe we're making updates to something for the team. Maybe we're working on the training side. Maybe like right now, our team is in a 30-day inviting blitz where we're inviting more than normal. That's taking us a little more time because we're saying we're going to do this for 30 days, run it up until our annual convention, and then we're going to, then we'll go back to our normal hours. Okay, so sometimes you're gonna find that that's necessary. And so I want you to know that there are seasons you may work more, but overall, most of the time you can, if you'll focus on the right activities that we're going to talk about today, you can actually get your business done in 10 hours a week, okay? So the 10-hour weekly schedule, what is it? Let's talk about that. Again, let me know. Let's see. Claudia says, yes, I would be more efficient with my time. I would definitely want to help you do that, Claudia. We'll show you exactly what to do. And Carol says, first time commenting. You and your daughter are so motivating. Oh, thank you. I drop in and out and appreciate you so much. Carol, I appreciate you saying that. And I appreciate you being here. And I appreciate your comment. Comment more often. We love that. We love seeing the comments. We love making friendships. We love building relationships with people. And so definitely reach out. We want to get to know you, okay? And so we definitely want to get to know you. So let's talk about our 10-hour weekly schedule, okay? And this is what we do on a regular basis. And like I say, we've about got it tuned in or dialed in now where we get this done in about 5 hours a week. I've got my notes pulled up here so that I don't misspeak and I don't ramble too much because I tend to ramble if I don't stay focused. So this professional development, okay, this would be professional development is working on the skill side of your business, okay? This is the training, things that you need to do. This may include things like your corporate calls, your team calls, watching training videos. If you're inside Freedom Seeker University, it could be the time that you spend on that. So any course that you've purchased. So if you're like, we have Global Freedom, I'm sorry, Freedom Seeker University is a course that we sell for network marketers. And if you're in that, if you're inside Freedom Seeker University, yes, you need to be spending about 2 hours a week focusing on completing that course. Okay. Then the next, so that's 2 hours. If you want to write this down, you can write it down. If you want to take a screenshot, or you can jump over to globalfreedomcommunity.com/54. And this is all listed out there for you. Okay. So the other thing would be activities, would be networking. Okay. You want to do this 30 minutes a day. Okay. 5 days a week. You want to spread this out. The training can be done once a week if you want to, or you could spread that out as well. Okay. So the training you might want to spread out. The networking, it's real important that you do this consistently on a schedule. So we recommend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Doesn't necessarily have to be Monday through Friday. Maybe you can't. I do very little networking on Wednesdays because we do a lot of videos. Okay. So most of my networking is done on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and then I'll squeeze in a little bit on an early Saturday morning before the family's up and we're, off for the day doing whatever we're going to do. So you want to pick 5 days a week where you network for about 30 minutes. And then inviting, I just told you we're doing an inviting blitz right now for 30 days with our team. Well, normally we spend about 15 minutes, 5 days a week. That's an hour and 25 minutes focusing on inviting. And guess what? It doesn't, once you get really good at it, it doesn't even take the full 15 minutes, okay? It really doesn't take that long to reach out to someone and invite them. Okay, this is literally just the invitation, okay? And we recommend 2 invitations through Messenger, so you're not on the phone, okay? You're in Messenger. We recommend this through Messenger, and we recommend you only do 2 a day, 5 days a week. Anything that happens after that, like if they say yes, that's considered a follow-up. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. That's the next piece, follow-up. You're going to follow up 30 minutes, 5 days a week. It's 2.5 hours. So a big part of your time is in follow-up. In fact, between the networking and the follow-up, that's where you're going to spend most of your time. That's half of your 10 hours. 2.5 hours networking, 2.5 hours following up. Okay. And then social media content. And I know, we recommend 2 post a day, and you've got Instagram and you've got Facebook, and some of you are on Twitter and maybe LinkedIn, and maybe you're doing TikTok, and you know what, it can be overwhelming. We recommend you focus and decide, where am I getting the most bang for my buck, and where do I need to focus? We like to focus on Facebook, and then we do a little bit on YouTube, we do a little bit on Instagram, but we focus primarily, most of our time is spent on Facebook. And so our social media content is an hour and a half a week, and that's for planning it. Okay, we spend about an hour a week planning our social media content for the week. And if you plan it in advance and you focus on planning that out and you have it organized, I like to do it in Evernote. So in Evernote, I go through and I more or less create what I'm going to post that next week. I do this on Sunday afternoons, and it saves me so much time. I plan out what I'm going to do. And then what do? Then I just go grab it and post it on the specific day, okay? And I leave a little bit of wiggle room in there for things that might come up that I want to post, like on Jordan's birthday on Monday. Obviously, I did things a little different. It was her birthday, so I wanted to make sure I, posted about that. So that's why I like planning it, because I can look at Sunday, look at the dates ahead, see what's coming up, and make a plan. So you can see you've got 2 hours of professional development, you've got 2.5 hours of networking, you've got an hour and 25 minutes of inviting, you've got 2.5 hours of follow-up, and then you've got an hour and a half of social media, okay? That's 9 hours and 45 minutes. So that's like a little less than 10 hours a week, okay? And that is really, really cool. It's really important. So let's see. Hello, Sandra. Good morning. Thank you. We appreciate that. And sometimes Facebook doesn't tell us who they're. I just see Facebook user. It says, hi, Kathy. Hello to you. I'm glad you're here. I'm not able to jump over to the other screen right now because of all the different things I've got going on here to see who that is that said hello, but hello. Love having you on. So let's see. Let's jump back in here. Let's talk about now the next thing. And this is one of my favorite pieces. Are you just working or are you producing? Okay. And this is, early on, earlier when I first got started here talking to you guys today, I mentioned that I used to work way too many hours. I mean, I worked 50, 60 hours a week. And I look back and I regret that. I wish I wouldn't have thrown in so much time because guess what? A lot of that time was totally wasted because I wasn't focused and I wasn't focused on doing the right things. So I have learned to work in time blocks, okay? I have learned that it is so important for me to time block. And I like to work, we say work in either 30-minute or maybe 1 hour time blocks. When my children were little, I worked in 30-minute time blocks because this was back when there were no videos. They watched cartoons and I would, turn on a cartoon. Well, they didn't even last 30 minutes. An episode would last maybe 20 minutes and then be 10 minutes of commercials, right? This is way back when, Dora the Explorer, Bob the Builder, those kind of things were playing. And I remember I would hear the end of it, come on. And I knew my time was up. Okay. And I would stop, mess with them till whatever got going and got them settled down again. And then I would work again. Okay. So I've always time blocked, but I used to not be focused. Okay. But now what I like to do, I like to work about 45 minutes. I do 45-minute time blocks. I'm going to show you the timer I use. I hope you can see this okay. This is the timer that I use. And I'll put the link in the comments below. And I'm going to turn this around to 45 minutes so you can see what happens. You see, when you put it on 45 minutes, it turns red. It's quiet. It runs quietly. It makes no noise, which I love. And I have it. I do this. I work in three. This is because of Global Freedom Community. I will work in like 3 45-minute sessions a day. So I try to do 3 a day, 1 or 2 in the morning, and then 1 or 2 in the afternoon, depending. Okay. And so for my network marketing business, literally, I only do this once a day. Okay. Once a day, I come in and I do this. Sometimes I will do a 30-minute session where I'm working on team activities, things for the team. Okay. So I like to work very specifically, and this is what we recommend. In fact, you will hear people say, work it into the nooks and crannies of your business, your time. Just work it in where you can. And I am one to say, don't do that. Okay. One thing, you're going to get burned out. You're going to be working way too many hours. And in addition to that, you're going to look up and you're going to find that what happens is you're not as focused, okay? And your kids, they're going to be coming to you and going, Mom, why are you always working? Mom, why are you always on your phone? Or, you're with your husband. I know we had a good friend who actually quit the industry because she wouldn't stay off her phone when she was out to dinner with her husband, like date night. She was constantly checking messages. And he finally one day just said, that's it. I don't want you doing this anymore. And I remember I was a little frustrated with him, but most of my frustration was with her because she felt like she would not work in time blocks. She insisted on feeling like she had to be available on her phone to anyone that she messaged 24/7. And it makes me so sad because she totally gave up the industry. She gave up everyone she knew online. She completely even got off Facebook. She's just quit everything. And it makes me sad. It's like, had she focused, she could have, and bless their hearts, they're really struggling financially, and especially with everything going on in the world these days. And it makes me sad because she had a really good business going. But if she could have just focused and actually like specified the time that she was going to work her business and not felt like she had to work at 24/7, her family wouldn't have felt like they were being left out. They wouldn't have felt like, they were being ignored, and things could have been really good. So we don't want that to happen to you. We don't like hearing about that happening to anybody, right? So I really want to encourage you to do that. So, we will sit down to work our business, and what do? We waste time not really working. We're scrolling Facebook, right? Or we're, I don't know, looking at videos that just pop up randomly. Or all of a sudden we see an ad and before you know it, we're shopping. Or we're, just doing things. And guess what? You're not really working your business. So I love it because when I set this timer, I know I can't do any of those things. I've got to be very, very focused. I've got the timer set and I've got to be focused on whatever designated time it is that I have for myself for that period of time. Okay. So if you're liking what you're hearing, let me know. Drop it in the comments. Hey, Maria, I'm glad you told me who you were. I appreciate that. And hey, Sandra. Great to see you here. So yeah, as you're jumping on, let me know you're here, and then let me know if you're getting any value. Share this if this is something that you're finding valuable. We appreciate you sharing, and we'll give you a shout out for sharing. Be sure to drop the word shared in the comments though, so that we know you shared, because sometimes Facebook doesn't tell us that you shared it. Okay, so let us know if you did that. Appreciate all of you being on. Okay, so let's see. Passive activities versus active activities. This is also a good one. And we all know the difference in passive and active, right? Okay. So when sitting down to work our business each day, we want you, and this is what we do, we always start with the active activities that will make us money. We're here to make money, right? I mean, you wouldn't go to work just for fun, right? You don't want to work your business just for fun. It can be fun, but you've got to make money with it, okay? So you want to focus on the income producing activities, and those are networking, inviting, following up, and then, of course, enrolling or taking customer orders. Okay. So you're doing your networking, you're inviting, you're following up, and you're enrolling or taking customer orders. Many times enrolling is considered the same thing. You enroll them as a customer or you enroll them as a new business partner, right? These are the lifeblood of your business. This is what you've got to focus on first and most, okay? They are the lifeblood of your business. And without them, you're not going to have anything. But with them, you're going to generate a really nice income that's going to pay your family forever and ever, okay? Can pay for a long, long time. The passive activities, they're important. That would be things like creating your Facebook post, maybe working on training or resources for your team, uh, maybe or cleaning out your desk. I am a big one on no clutter. I want things cleaned up and picked up and in order. One of the first things I did outsourced was a housekeeper. And it wasn't because I don't enjoy cleaning the house. I'm one of those weird people that really like to clean house. But I knew that cleaning the house didn't actually make me money. That was a passive activity. So as soon as I could, I hired a housekeeper. And I've had a housekeeper for over, gosh, 15 years now. And it's one of those things I'll never let it go. I've always had a housekeeper. There were times I only had her come once a month, but it helped me. Then I went to twice a month, and now I have one that comes weekly. Even though my kids are grown, it's basically just my husband and I here at home. We've got one in college. Our son is here, but he is 22 and he works from home, has his own office and room here. And, he picks up after himself and whatnot, but she still vacuums and cleans his room. Okay. And he does his own laundry. I just do my husband's and my laundry. And so having a housekeeper, that was the first thing I did, because to me, that's a passive activity. I wanted the clutter to gone. Okay. And I knew I needed to spend my time on the active activities, the things that were going to actually make me money. So you want to do your active activities first, and then use what time you have left to work on the passive activities, so that you make sure you're doing what's best. I mentioned earlier, we always like to give you a free download. Okay, so I want you to grab the Ideal Week workbook. This is going to lead you by the hand, step by step by step, to actually create your ideal week. Okay, and you can grab that over at globalfreedomcommunity.com/54 and drop the comments. Claudia, I appreciate that very much. Very, very nice for you to say that. Thank you so much. And Sandra, I'm getting really bad about not throwing this stuff up here, but I want to give you guys shout outs that are commenting. Thank you so much, Sandra, for commenting. And then Carol, really appreciated your comment as well. We love first-time commenters. We want you to comment. We want you to let us know you're here. Norma, I'm going to put this up here because I think that's so cool, because I am from Fort Worth, and I guess Norma said that her grandparents were from Fort Worth as well. And I love always finding something that we have in common. That always makes it fun, right? So I want to make sure that I throw those things up there. I really appreciate you guys. So let's talk about now, just as we finish up, we want you to go grab the Ideal Week workbook, globalfreedomcommunity.com/54. Sarah from Portland, hello. So good to have you here. My earbud's trying to fall out. That's not cool. So hello, Sarah. So glad to have you here. And in the comments, I want you, if you're going to grab the Ideal Week workbook, I want you to drop in the comments, grab the freebie. Okay. If you grab the freebie, let us know that you grabbed it. We want to know that. Oh yeah, Christy. I think working in in the time blocks is so helpful. I'm glad that you found that helpful as well. And really, like I say, I want to emphasize to you guys, I want you to grab you a timer. I've tried using a phone. I'm going to show this to you again. This is the timer that I use because I couldn't see the screen earlier, so I don't know if it actually showed for you guys. It's very quiet. Now, when it goes off, it's kind of loud, so I'll show you on the backside. This is the backside. I put a cotton ball and a bunch of tape over the speaker because it almost sounds like my house alarm is going off, and it scares the patooey out of me every single time. So this is the little tip. But I got this on Amazon for like $20. Okay, really, really helpful. Helps me so much to stay focused. So go and grab globalfreedomcommunity.com/54. And we always like to end the week always with a quote. So this week's quote: how many hours would you consistently show up weekly if you knew it was going to create you a six-figure business? This is a serious question. I really want to know how many hours, and maybe you would show up 40 hours a week. Maybe what would six figures a year mean to you? Like, how many hours would you give your business every single week if you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you could earn six figures, over $100,000 a year? That's around $10,000 a month. How many hours would you show up if you knew that was possible? Drop that in the comment. And Christy, I'm going to answer your question here in just a minute. So great, Christy. I'm glad you're going to grab the freebie. And Claudia, awesome. So how many hours would you show up? The reason I'm asking that, oh, great, Carol, awesome. The reason I'm asking is, honestly, you only need 10 hours consistently, okay? But what happens is people don't stay consistent, right? We think we are, we say we will, but we don't. So I really want you to schedule out I want you to create your ideal week, right? And when you create your ideal week, then I want you to actually decide, pick your 10 hours. When are you going to work your business? Maybe you need to do it in 30-minute blocks. Maybe you've got little ones and you can only do it during their nap each day. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Facebook user, I'm thinking, who was that? Maria said 40. Yeah. Claudia says 30. Lynette says 10. So you've got to believe it's possible, guys. You've got to believe and know. And I'm here to tell you it is possible. You can create a six-figure business if you'll be consistent with showing up. And this is why we continue to come to you, and we want to just encourage you to be consistent with it, and be diligent in making a schedule and then sticking with it. And I know I'm getting a little serious here, but this is really this is from my heart. And I think what breaks my heart, what makes me so sad is so many people don't stay consistent. And I think they don't stay consistent because they don't believe that it's possible. Like, they don't really believe that. They think, oh, this isn't going to happen anyway. And so they start and they stop. They start and they stop because they don't see the results fast enough. So I'm here to tell you, I want you to grab the freebie. I want you to schedule your time, and I want you to commit from now until the end of the year. Okay? From now until the end of the year, regardless of when you're watching this. Maybe you're watching this and it's February, but I want you to make a commitment that you're going to work 10 hours a week. What do you got to lose, right? What do you got to gain? A lot, because I'm telling you, it's possible. Okay. So I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Drop in the comments. Let us know how many hours you would consistently show up weekly for a six-figure business. If you share this, let us know you shared it so we can give you a shout out. If you're watching in the group, you won't be able to share from there, but you can always encourage your friends to join the group. If you're on YouTube, you can share there. If you're on our Facebook page, you can share from there. Lynette says, I commit. Awesome, Lynette. You know what? Yeah. Why not commit? Commit that you're going to show up for 10 hours a week doing what? The active activities, right? Not the passive, but you're going to show up 10 hours a week, making sure you get those active activities done. And then you're consistent, of course, with your posting. But the main thing is, remember, the networking, the inviting, the following up, and the enrolling. And of course, you've got to have the post out there because the posts are what are going to draw people to you. Okay. IPAs, exactly. And Christy says she will consistently work 10 hours a week as well. I know you will, Christy. I believe that. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got value from this. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, Carol, love those passive activities. No kidding. So you guys have a great day. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And we appreciate you being here. Bye, everybody.